Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's do the usual selection quest overview format, where I talk briefly about the reward unit, and then I talk about all of the MR and lower rarity units, talk about the quests, who's good where, and then how far we should go with the quests and missions based on how worthwhile the reward unit is. And then I have other videos about this. I've done Light, Earth, and Fire, so I managed to do half of them. That's not all of them, as I pledged to do. But half is better than nothing. Okay, well, I really liked Reychesse from the story. I liked her rivalry with Salia, so as soon as they announced her, I knew I wanted to do the water quests. And I felt like the water quests were not as difficult as some of the other ones, especially Earth. And then going back to this screen, I had 3 characters at EX jobs when I beat it and got all the missions. It was Ramadan, Severo, and then Rayches. Raychesse was at 99, and then I used Tyrol, and that was my team for pretty much all of the quests, and I was able to get through it fairly smoothly. But yeah, Reychesse with her bare shoulders and messy hair, kind of a unique look in the world of War of the Visions, so that's very cool. I don't know if you can tell, but she has like the top of her outfit here, but she's kind of disrobed the sleeves part so it hangs down. You see that every now and then in like samurai stories. That's what she's doing here. I was hoping that she would be light element so that I could use Rob's vision card with her. But she is water. That's cool. My water account always needs help, so yeah. Alright, but Reychesse the character in a nutshell. She has that magic-scaled samurai job. So very unique kind of damage source, a little bit difficult to guard against. Her greatest weakness is her range, but she also has the Rune Knight subjob, especially with a Drain Evoke. That's going to be her longest range skill, so she'll be able to use that to close the gap, buff her magic, restore HP. It's a great attack and pretty important for her kit. And then we can look at her statuses real quick. She's kind of best against magic users. She has a lot of defenses for that. So she's got a little bit of the magic resistance there. And then Berserk resistance, so she'll have that advantage on King Mont, also the element advantage. Trustmaster's not amazing. I would not do the selection quests just for this, but piece of armor. And then AoE buff will raise critical damage. That's not amazing. But she can equip the heavy armor, so you could give her Rob's Trustmaster. She likes that for the slash attack. Maybe she could be a good support character in that sense. And then we can go into her board. Let's look at her EX upgrades in particular. And then I said this in a Miyu's video, but she is a support unit, so it's less important for her to have high stats, and then her EX upgrades were not amazing. Reychesse, she is a damage dealer, so we want her stats as high as possible. And then her EX upgrades are good, so I think you really want to take her to 120. But here, let's see, where is that? So, medium range, big damage. On critical, will break agility, and then also restore CT for herself. So this is kind of a speed-up attack, but I rarely see her use this because it is such short range. But here her support ability will be upgraded. This will buff agility, spirit penetration, and then give her extra AP at the beginning of battle. That's nice. Stat node is HP up. That's nice for her. She's semi-tanky, especially against magic users. And then here, this might be one of her best skills, but this is a 2-hit attack for medium damage, medium range, and then on critical will restore AP. So she's kind of self-sufficient. She can restore her HP and her AP. But yeah, not a lot of big range, but damage is pretty good for a cost 80 unit. Okay, later I will try to do an arena showcase and then a proper review of her. Next, let's talk about the MR and lower rarity units. First, let's talk about Ramadan. She might be my #1 recommendation for the best candidate for an EX Awakening. And then she's the only standard pool water MR unit, so that also kind of makes her a great candidate, just because there are no other choices. But she's a really good damage source, and she can also be your tank in the quests. And then she has like Dispel and AP Break, which are also super helpful in the quests. Okay, next we can talk about Severo. He was pretty important to my clears. He was a great damage source at EX jobs with his jamming thrust. But also the non-elemental magic attacks like Bio and Flare from his Black Mage job were also useful against certain enemies. And then the Haste plus Guts self-buff job level 25 skill was nice. And he's kind of the only healer as well of this group. But I didn't find the need to heal very much in the quests. I've talked about this before, but the developers will design the quests with the available units in mind. And so since there's not a lot of healing going on, they designed the quest so you didn't need to heal very much. But still, it's nice to have that on Severo. Next was Rayches. She was awesome at level 99. Good breaks and decent damage, and then she was able to like get over, certain obstacles with her sniper subjob. And then I think she's the only lower rarity unit with that mastery ability where it buffs your entire water party. So just having her stand there is making you stronger. And then her along with Tyrell, they are event units. So in a way, it's easy to collect their shards in order to max them. But Tyrell, he was also super great. I used him at 99 just fine. But he has the very important AP and TP breaks. Those can really shut down a lot of units, buy you some time. It is worth taking him to EX jobs because his AP break becomes an AP drain, and he always has kind of like AP management issues, but with that upgrade, he would need like bells and stuff less. Alright, and then the 2 units that I did not use, Uni, I think he has a 100% hit, which is helpful. Also Black Mage subjob for the non-elemental attacks, and then move stuff. I think he has a don't move, and then a move break to lower move, so yeah, there's places for him. And then there is Zazan. I used him a little, once in a while, but I didn't really see anyone weak to Steel Heart. But with EX jobs, he's surprisingly tanky, and then his very high jump might be nice in level 8 in particular, so you can immediately get over to the snipers, or as immediately as he can get with his low agility. And then there's lots of human enemies, so the Man-Eater and the Man-Eater buff will come in handy there. Okay, so that was a look at Reychesse and then the water selection quests. I think she's one of the more worthwhile to go after, partly because the quests are a little bit easier than some others. Alright, thanks for watching and we'll see you again. Take care.